Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Z-Dog coming at you live with another video. It's super early, and I got my girl Maya over here. She's taking me to my surgery. I see those right through those double doors. That's my whole new life. No, I'm just playing. Yes, and so we just wanted to spit some bars real quick. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm fucking nervous, but I'll edit this video. Just want to say hi. This is my last time with Maya like this.
End of an era.
In the what?
And beginning of an era.
The beginning of an era. I thought you said end of an era.
No. End of Valero.
All right. All right, y'all. What's going on, y'all? So I just wanted to update y'all. So I am officially 4 days post-op. I got my surgery on Tuesday. Today's Saturday. And I just wanted to update y'all a little bit on how it's been growing. So basically, I'll show you first off what my dressings look like. My big fat bloated tummy. Put it up my pants a little bit. Yeah. So that's what's up. Honestly, I haven't really been eating too much. Number one, like not having an appetite. Number two, like not really like having the strength to cook. And yeah, but I've been still trying to get some work done and stuff, so I've been doing that. I've been making moves. You already know me. I can't sit still. All right. But yeah, I just want to update y'all, I guess, like how I'm feeling. I guess the story of like how it's been going. I think the last time that we saw each other was in the hospital before they put me under, and so yeah, let me just like tell y'all how that went. So that was my first time going through anesthesia, so I guess I'll just start there. You know, I had all my doctors come in and check on me and introduce themselves to me. And the nurse for the anesthesia, she comes in and she has two syringes. So the first syringe is like this little tiny one. She like injects it in there, and then there's a second one, and it's like a lot bigger of a syringe. She's like, hey, this is just antibiotics. So she's trying to like shoot the antibiotics in me, and she's like, hey, there's a kink in your IV, and she's trying to fix it, and then she's like, you know what, we're just gonna fix it when we go in the back. And that's the last thing I remember. And then I wake up and I'm in like a different room. I don't think my eyes were open yet, but I wake up and, you know, this lady's like, hey, you need to drink this water or whatever. So I'm like, okay, trying to drink the water. She's like, are you in pain? I was like, no, not too much. It just felt like a Indian burn. I don't know if y'all ever had that when someone like twists your arm and blah blah blah. So felt that. She called my friend Maya to come pick me up. Maya pulled up, so I hopped in the wheelchair. The nurse helped me get dressed and, you know, walked me out into the front, and I got to get in Maya's car, got buckled up, and that was pretty much it. I was just TKO, got home, and I don't remember much. Like, I really don't remember much. I just remember, like, I had to take my meds. I couldn't eat, like, spicy foods. I had to keep, like, a clear liquid diet for that, like, first couple hours. So I didn't really eat anything until, like, the next day. I had some, like, crackers and, like, a watermelon, like, piece of watermelon and stuff, but, like, nothing really too heavy. And, yeah. I didn't poop, just so y'all know. I didn't poop for, like, 2 or 3 days after surgery. Like, I probably didn't poop until, like Thursday. So that was, like, shitty. Like, pain-wise, I can point it out. Like, I've really just been having pain, like, over here and over here. That's pretty much it. And, you know, you're only allowed to lift like 10 pounds. I can only lift my arm like this much, you know. So I just finally last night like gave myself like a little sponge bath, I guess you can call it. I've been like wiping down my armpits and, you know, private parts and putting on deodorant. But last night I like got into the bathtub and, like, you know, with some soap and a washcloth, you know, just did like my bottom half of my body. Then this morning I washed my face and my hair in the sink. You know, wiped down like my arms and stuff with the soapy water. just trying to get like as clean as possible. Obviously I can't get any water in my dressings, so it's been a little bit difficult, but at the same time, like, it is what it is. I think that I kind of psyched myself out watching videos of top surgery before I got my surgery. So if you are watching this because you're getting surgery pretty soon, I just want you to know that everybody's different. Everybody goes through something different, and it's very much so a mental struggle. And probably the hardest part of the whole thing is going to bed at night, bro. Like, literally, it just be so weird. It's so hard to go to bed. Like, you feel all your weight shifting while ever you're laying down, and you can't, like, I'm a stomach sleeper. I always sleep on my stomach, head, arms under my pillow, head turned to the side, or I'll sleep on my side. And so you're not really able to do that. No one told me that I couldn't sleep on my side, but just the way that you feel the weight shifting, like, you don't want it. It keeps you up having to deal with that. So it's better to just kind of find like a nice like mummy position, get your neck nice and comfy, and just chill there. One tip that I would say, something that's been really helping me, not only like mentally but also like mobility wise, is making sure that I sit up straight. Like, I don't let myself slouch over, even though it really is like kind of easy to just, everything's getting pulled together, but not to slouch over, to sit back and to roll my shoulders back. Every time I remember, like, I just remember right now, so I'm gonna do it. Just roll your shoulders back, even just slightly. Like, you'll feel the tension. Once you start to feel tension, hey, like, chill, dog. Like, you don't want to stretch your scars, you don't want to fuck nothing up, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you don't get any like, any like knots or anything in your shoulders, because then that'll just be like extra pain, unnecessary, on top of what you're already feeling. Another thing that I would say is to make sure that you take your meds. I know, like, with like opioids, it's really iffy. A lot of people are really iffy about opioids, and it's a really scary thing to do. But I would say, like, obviously decide for yourself, talk to your therapist or your doctor or whoever. But for me personally, what I've done for myself is half the dosage. The first day I took like a full dose. It's like, oh, you can take 1 to 2 pills. So I took 2 pills of both of them. I think for like on Tuesday, all day Wednesday, I took 2 pills for both of them. And then on Thursday, I started to take 1 pill for both of them. Friday, I halved my oxycodone. Friday, I started to half my hydrocodone. So I took half of a hydrocodone and 1 pill of the muscle relaxer. The muscle relaxer, I've basically just been sleeping, by the way. Like, I'll wake up and I'll do a little bit of work and I'll eat some food, or like some people will come to visit me or something. But for the most part, I'm just kind of like, sleepy. So, which I'm trying to go to sleep right after I film this video, TBH. On top of that, just like I said, the battle is very mental of, like, you have a binder on. This is like my 4th day with a binder on. And if it were before surgery, I would not wear a binder for 4 days, right? Like, hell fucking no. But at the same time, I understand that, like, it's 7 days of wearing a binder, and then you never have to do it again. And if you ever used tape, like KT tape or trans tape on your chest, like the feeling of, peeling the tape off, and it'll literally rip your skin off. Like, it hurts so bad, right? It doesn't just rip off your hairs, it'll rip your skin off. I got scars I have scars from using tape, and taking it off without oils and stuff. So I understand that. I understood when I was doing my tape and when I was binding that, like, that I wanted to have top surgery, and that there would come a time during top surgery where I was gonna feel ripping pains of my skin, right? Where I was gonna have to wear a binder. And just remember, y'all, that, like, it is so temporary. The feeling of this right here is so temporary, and the relief afterwards is going to be so awesome. And if you're not close to your top surgery, if you're at the beginning of discovering, that you're trans, and you're watching this video and you're like, damn, I want to start binding, but it does hurt. Like, just remember that it is so temporary, and delaying that gratitude and being able to go through that struggle of, like, every day, having to put on tape or having to put on a binder. Hopefully you're not doing it every single day. Give yourself at least a couple of days, a month, where you're not doing it, but pretty much doing it every day. That's a struggle that other people are unaware of. It's something else extra on our plate that other people are not aware of. And as a trans person, you understand that like literally anything can happen. I'm sure there's some trans people out there that have cancer, or that like literally there's everything else that you could go through possibly as a human, stacked on top of the fact that you're in the wrong body. Sucks. It does. I'm so sorry that you have to go through this. I 100% feel for you. But just please remember that there are options. You have options. And for me, top surgery was my option that I went with. And I understand that even though I might feel some pain right now, I might feel some discomfort, I can't sleep normally like I like to, I can't exercise like I like to, I can't like perform like regular duties that I normally can. Like I can't take out the trash, I can't I got a little rack for my hoodies, like one of those over the door hangers. I can't even reach it to take my hoodie off. Or like my you see the date on here is messed up. I had a friend rewrite that for me a few days ago, and it's gonna stay like that. It's gonna be stuck like that until I have another friend come and rewrite that for me. Like all my goals on my whiteboard and everything is gonna be the same because I can't reach up that high to write, or there's just so many things that you're unable to do because you just got top surgery. And don't let it bring you down. Don't let being unable bring you down. At least not in this situation. You should never do it, but at least in this situation, remember that it is for such a good reason, and that on the other side of this, you're gonna come out so much more happy. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't. It wasn't last night, but I think the night before. I was laying in bed, and I couldn't fall asleep because I was so uncomfortable, and I was like, I had like a little bit of pain. Mostly, it just feels like it's super uncomfortable. It doesn't like hurt like I want to cry. It's more of like uncomfortable pain, like an itch or something, right? Itching is a real thing too. So that's a whole another mental thing that I'll dig into in a second. Actually, I'll use that for example. So like, for example, I keep getting itching feelings right over here just from being sweaty, right? Like some sweat like dripping down underneath, and it'll be super itchy. And then at the same time, it's like, it'll be super itchy. And so that sucks because I can't scratch it. I can't just take off the binder just to scratch it, or just go ham trying to scratch it through my binder, because I don't know what it looks like under there. I don't know how far my incisions go and stuff like that. So you really have to breathe through it. And if y'all have never practiced meditation or mindfulness, I would suggest using this as an opportunity to practice, because that is literally what's saving my grace right now, like my brain, my like saving me from just being like fuck this, taking my binder off, and like, or like getting really into my head of like, why did I do this to myself, blah blah blah. It's like just taking that second of when I do start to feel that of like, oh my god, I'm so itchy, I wish that I didn't do this, which I don't really have the feeling of like I wish I didn't do this, more of like just like, damn, that this sucks that this is a part of it. But then I have that moment of like, hey, like let me literally visualize. Let me take some breaths first off. Just take a couple breaths. Notice where the itch is and visualize the itch moving to somewhere where I can scratch it. And I promise y'all it works. Also, I know that I was kind of scared to go through this process without having like a significant other, or having somebody that I trusted with like my naked body, you know what I'm saying, like my mom. I thought that going through this process without somebody like that was going to be pretty much impossible. So I always put it off. I didn't get top surgery. I didn't work that extra mile to figure out how it was going to get done, because I was so scared of that. Eventually, obviously, I was like, I just need to get it done for my own sanity. I think that it was actually a much bigger benefit to be going through it alone, because you don't put that stress on somebody else. if you're trans, if you're just figuring out you're trans, you might not have like run into this problem yet. Maybe you have, but if you have been, living as your true self for a little while now, you've probably run into the problem of like oversharing and giving away too much of your load to somebody else, that it becomes a big burden on them. And that person just cares about you. They want you to be happy, but that there's nothing that they can do to help you. Mostly because there's nothing that you can do to help yourself, right? You're not just going to wake up tomorrow in the right body. It's a process, and we understand that, right? I think that sometimes our significant others or our family members that care about us, that are super close to us, they don't know that. And so when we're venting to them, or when we're just talking about dysphoria to them, they get overwhelmed with like the feeling of hopelessness and not being able to help us, right? And so I say that because sleeping in whatever position is comfortable in my bed, not having to worry about somebody else sleeping next to me or being comfortable, that's amazing. Having those moments where I'm like, super down, and I'm like, yo, I wish that I didn't do this. I'm super itchy here. Oh, my shoulder kind of hurts. My neck kind of hurts, and not having someone to tell that to, that's very powerful. It makes you so much stronger, to just walk through that valley by yourself. Like, I believe in God, so like obviously I'm not by myself, but I am by myself. There's not another person, there's not another like physical entity for me to touch and to console in and to talk to. And so just having those moments where I'm like, I don't know, like I watched videos, of other dudes like after their top surgery and, just complaining to their mom or to their girlfriend or, to their boyfriend about the pain that they're going through. And there's nothing that your significant other can do. Maybe they can give you a massage or something, but like, I have very tense shoulders all the time, and I always have knots in my shoulders. It's always been something that I've dealt with. I was very nervous for having to sleep on my back and not being able to move around or do my stretches or anything like that for a whole week, because I stretch every single day, literally work out every single day, So I was kind of nervous about having to go through that. But like I said at the beginning, it's all mental. And I think the fact that I don't have someone to complain to, and at the end of the day, right, that's all you're doing is just venting. You're just venting to them. That there's nothing that they can really do, but you're just venting to them. And you put this unnecessary pressure on someone else. And because you do that, you start to feel bad yourself, and it's just like a downward spiral. So I think that there's a real benefit to going through it alone. So if you're worried about going through the process by yourself, just know that you actually have the upper hand. There's so many things that going through a circumstance by yourself, there's so many benefits to that. That's pretty much where I'm at. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you guys have any other questions for me. I'll be sure to answer it in another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with somebody that that's maybe going through a similar thing. Somebody that that's trans, or somebody that has somebody in their life that's trans. Maybe somebody that that's transphobic, that you just want them to get some perspective. All of that, whatever you want to do. Share it with your mom, share it with your pastor, share it with your auntie, share it with your neighbor down the street. I don't know what y'all do, but yeah, thank y'all for coming, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, sure.